Today, I am going to take you step by step into my designing process from idea to design to launch a product. Hello everyone, my name is Dannelys. I'm a polymer clay artist and I'm the owner of Colorful Doughs, where I make colorful and fun polymer clay accessories. And I've been a small business owner since 2022. I started making macrame jewelry, and then it was this year that I decided to change it to polymer clay. So it's fair to say that for the past 3 years, I have launched many collections and designed many products, which led me to come up with a system that works for me when it comes to planning and organizing, and of course launching a collection. And today I just want to talk about it. Just a little disclaimer, everyone's creative process is different, so don't feel pressure to do exactly everything as I say so in this video. Just take whatever works for you, your schedule, and your type of business, and just leave the rest. So whenever I am planning a collection or want to launch something, the first step that I do in my creative process is research and finding inspiration. This step is one of the most important parts of the entire creative process, because here we're gonna be building the foundation of the entire collection. I always try to find inspiration, whether on trends on social media, maybe I sometimes go to Target or Michael's or search their stores online to see what may be trending on the stores. The stores are really good source of inspiration whenever you want to search for something that people may be interested in, especially if you're trying to make a collection that can be seasonal. You can also use keyword tools, like for example, I use eRank. I love using eRank. I spend too much time looking for keywords on eRank, and I just basically look whatever people are actively searching, or even look for trends that were from past years that may be continuing through this year, and see if any of those will spark some creativity. Once I have done my research and I have an idea of what I want my collection to be, or the vibe that I want my collection to express, then I will start to do mood board. This is one of my favorites part, because it's where you can make everything that you recollect during the research and try to make it make sense, if that makes sense. I love using a mixture between Pinterest and Milanote, but you can use whatever platform you like. You can use your own tablet, or maybe you can even do it old school, just grab a piece of paper, and if you have a printer, print all images that you may find that will spark some inspiration, and just make sure that they're all related to the first research that you made. Now that you have your mood board done, you're gonna use this mood board as inspiration to spark any ideas for any type of designs. Whether if you are doing stickers, or maybe you're like me and you do jewelry, it doesn't matter. A mood board is always really good to keep yourself centered and to the goal of what you want your collection to be about. Once the ideas start flowing, please write them down. The amount of times that I have random ideas come into my mind and I said, oh, that's nice, I will never forget about it. Wrong. You will always forget them. So just write them down, so whenever you are ready to start on the next phase, which I'm gonna talk about in a minute, then you will never forget what the idea was in the first place. And don't worry if they're big ideas, small ideas, or if you have 20 ideas or 4 or just one, write them down. Don't worry about that. We will refine them later. For now, we just want to keep our creativity flowing, and then we will work on it a little bit more. The next step is sketching. Now, I am no Picasso, and don't worry if you aren't either. As long as you can transfer what is in your mind on paper, you are totally fine. It doesn't need to be perfect. It just need to physically visualize whatever is in your mind, if that makes sense. But yeah, just write, or draw whatever comes into your mind. Once you have done your research, you have created your inspiration doing a mood board and sketching any possible design ideas, then we're gonna start designing and prototyping. Here is when you're gonna take everything that you sketch and wrote down and start creating it into a product. This phase is crucial, and it's really important that you take the time that you need into this phase in prototyping, because here is where you're gonna see whether your ideas work in real life or don't, or maybe you need to design a little bit better. Remember, take all the time you need into this phase. Just make sure that you're happy with the prototype, so you don't have to make any changes. Like, it's absolutely perfect, so you can actually go to the next step, which is production, content creation, and marketing prep. Now, I know this sounds like a lot to do in just one phase, but believe me, it is not, I promise. So starting with marketing prep, I usually take maybe 1 day or 2. You can take whatever amount of time you need, but usually for me it's just 1 day or 2, and I just sit down and write, how do I want to market this collection? What are the vibes that the collection evokes? How do I want to send the message that the collection is about? To whom I'm gonna be sharing this message? What type of content I'm gonna be doing in order to market this collection? Which platforms I want to market this collection? Pretty much everything that has to do with promoting your products. Here is when you're gonna take the time to plan. Once you have your marketing strategy or your marketing plan right down, you can start the next part of this phase, which is production and content creation, which you can do both at the same time. Like, for example, I usually use my production days for content creation as well. So I will just set up my tripod with my cell phone and I will record the process or make mini clips of the process when I'm doing earrings. And maybe I can even do any trends with the earrings when they're finished the same day that I'm doing them, like things like that. Don't think that you need, this insane amount of time to just do content creation. It doesn't have to be that difficult. You can do it when you're working. And believe me, if you start doing this as a habit, you will see content creation completely different. It will be even more fun than it used to be before, when it's like you think about it as a task. It is not. It's just try to incorporate it in your everyday work and you will be fine. You can also take this time of content creation and production to also take pictures of your products, not just for social media and promoting them, but also for your listing. So just again, try to make the most of the time that you're using. So once I have all my content filmed and edited, I will schedule it for the next few weeks, and that I will use to promote my collection. Now that we have done our research, we have created our inspiration, mood board, sketching, we have designed, we have prototype, we have made content, we have made marketing prep. Once you have pretty much all the hard work down, now it's time for launch week, which is one of the most nerve-wracking weeks of my entire designing process, because here is when you're gonna make sure that everything is going as you need to be, so when it's launch day, everything goes as smoothly as possible. And by making sure that everything works, I mean making sure that you have take all the pictures you need for your listing, making sure that your descriptions are clear, that your terms and conditions are clear, that your website or your Etsy shop are working 100%, everything. Like, do you have all the products with the links that they're supposed to have? Pretty much making sure that you will have a good customer experience when they're like going to basically buy your stuff. Once you have everything ready to go and you are on launch day, which is again one of the most nerve-wracking days of all my designing process, on launch day it's time to pretty much promote your products. Basically, be freaking annoying. And maybe for you that means doing a live, maybe showcasing everything that you're gonna offer on your launch. Maybe it's doing a countdown in your stories. Maybe it's doing a reel or a video showcasing everything, or how do you came up with the collection. Pretty much anything that is related to this collection, here is when you need to talk about it. So that is pretty much everything that I do during my designing process. I know for some people may look like not too much, or maybe it looked like a lot. So if you're thinking of launching your first collection, or for some reason you feel like overwhelmed and doesn't know what to do next, if there's anything that I want you to take from this video, are 3 things. Number 1, set deadlines for yourself. Having to complete a task in a specific amount of time allows you to have a better use of your time and not procrastinate so much. Number 2, don't overthink every design. Believe me, done is better than perfect, if such thing even exists. And lastly, number 3, show up on social media and tell your story. People don't want to support only a brand, they want to support a person, and that person is you. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to give a like and subscribe to my channel so you can see more videos like this, and I will see you on my next one. Bye!